Hello everyone and welcome back to 2K14 Universe. I am Jet and you're watching NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Women's Championship. Making her way to the ring from Raleigh, North Carolina, she is the NXT Women's
Shut
Champion.
up, Justin Roberts. NXT? Why is he gonna say it like that? I can't stand this guy. Get out of my company. Anyway, Summer Rae kicking things off. She's defending the NXT Women's Championship here tonight. She says she's gonna do what AJ Lee could never do, and that is make it past a single defense as champion. Real harsh low blow to the former champion AJ Lee, who is we've been told knocked far out of contention. It's going to take a lot for AJ Lee to get back to her position. But here tonight, Layla gets this opportunity. I think Summer could be knocked off. I really do.
From Miami, Florida, Layla.
I think Summer may be biting off more than she could chew, as they say. I feel like this is a really risky move to just be like, yeah, I'll take this girl on. Yeah, why not? I'll face Layla. I can handle her. I don't know. I feel like Summer Rae is a little too confident in herself right now, and I think we could end up seeing a very short-lived reign here tonight. I mean, this is 2K14 after all. The Love's title changes. Just ask the NXT Tag Team Champions, whoever they are this week. YOLO. Why is there a YOLO sign in her video? No, why did I see that? Take it back. I don't want to remember 2012 even. This isn't 2014. This is like 2012, 2013. Very early 2013. By the way, if you ever wondered, the reason why the seasons cut off when they do is because that's when the game is actually the most up-to-date. Technically. So, like, what I mean by that is, like, obviously WrestleMania just makes sense as a season finale anyway, but the games, the most up-to-date that the games actually are, barring, like, a few DLC characters every now and then, they always cut off on the month after Mania. Well, I mean, they don't know when they cut off anymore in like 22 onwards because they started bringing them out in March. But back when they used to bring them out in like October, November-ish, the like most up-to-date arena in the game, which is what I based it off of, is always the one after Mania. So like the Extreme Rules arena in this, which I actually used at the start of this series, is actually the 2013 Extreme Rules. It's just that ending the season on Extreme Rules always felt a little odd. Like, I kind of liked it because, like, at that point, like, all the people that weren't going to be in the next season were gone, and, like, the draft had just happened, and you kind of had to, like, work with, like, some really big limitations. So I felt like, that, like, extra month was always, like, kind of weirdly interesting, personally. But I feel like Mania being the season finale just makes more sense. I feel like that's just what you would expect. And obviously with me doing what I did last year in 13, where I very subtly snuck from 13 to 14 mid-match, to bring back Batista and then go from there. That just worked out really well for that, so I really liked that as well. So like that's why mine finish when they do. But yeah, these games are based up to, so like this game's like most up-to-date arena is like from late April 2013, which is why if you ever look at the video titles, because I'm sure there are probably people that they're like, hold on a minute, the date in the title says like February 13th 2013. Why is it not 2014? This is 2K14. That's why, is because obviously the games can't help being outdated. That just isn't really preventable. I'm assuming they're a little more, technically speaking, closer to the year that they're like named after nowadays, with them coming out in March. I imagine the cutoff is maybe like SummerSlam-ish. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea because I don't really play the new games. I will for this series, but we got like 7 or 8 years in this series before I need to think about that. You know, I don't even know if I'm still going to be doing this in that much time. Like, I hope so. I have a really crazy amount of history at that point, but I mean, who knows?
I can't look, Michael. Tell me that Layla didn't get it in the face there. Some serious
Elbow by Layla to Summer Rae, and oh, that was, I mean, if she was Rey Mysterio, that would have maybe set up for a 619, but she is Layla. Rey Mysterio, by the way, will be challenging for the NXT Championship in tonight's main event. Rey Mysterio and Big E Langston for the NXT title. This is going to be a very interesting one-on-one match. Oh boy, there's that guy. Oh, come on, referee, look up, ref, look up, damn it. Oh, Layla manages to kick out. Very impressive.
I don't know how much longer she'll be able to go. Layla has the headlock.
Imagine Rey Mysterio beats Big E Langston here tonight. I think that's got to be, you know, despite Rey's history, that's got to be one of the biggest upsets of all time if he can beat Big E tonight. Big E has only ever lost two times in his career. Once to, well, he's only ever lost to two people in his career. Andre the Giant and Jake the Snake Roberts. And he's been around for almost an entire year at this point. I think he's got like 20 victories. He's got, I think, 4 career losses, I want to say. One of those is being eliminated from the Royal Rumble, and that is the end of the match because this is 2K14. Season 4, everybody. There it is. Your favorite thing. Everybody loves when I say Season 4. Actually, I think there's like a small group of people. They love when I pop for Season 4. They love when I say that. I think there's probably a lot of people that hate it, but there's probably like a couple people that just love when a generic submission gets locked in, and I'm like, Season 4, Season 4! So I think, yeah, I don't really know what people do on that. Unfortunately, I don't want to say sexism, but I don't really know what else to phrase it as, is alive and well, because statistically, a lot of people do not watch these women's matches, unfortunately. The analytics have told me, so shame on you. As we move on to the next match, it's an EYS challenge. Rick Rude is set to go one-on-one with SmackDown's Zack Ryder.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing 251 pounds, ravishing Rick Rude.
I think I speak for literally everyone when I say that no one saw Rick Rude competing in an EYS match this month. He lost last month's EYS match to be here on NXT, and he might already be off of NXT. This man is obsessed with the Intercontinental Championship. He demands an opportunity against Andre the Giant. He has not stopped wearing those tights ever since he debuted this season. He's got Ultimate Warrior on the back because that's who he beat to become a SmackDown superstar. And yet, he's not accomplished either of those things in recent memory. He's lost to Warrior. He's lost an Intercontinental title match against Bret Hart. He has not been able to succeed in what he has set his sights on. He is down here on NXT now, and he is looking to get back on SmackDown.
And approaching the ring from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 214 pounds, Zack Ryder.
I feel like Zack Ryder could be quite the natural fit here on NXT, but obviously it's never a nice feeling, I imagine, to walk into the NXT arena knowing that your position on Raw or SmackDown is at risk. And I think that's exactly what's probably going through the mind of Zack Ryder right now, is that his position is at risk. He could simply no longer be a member of the SmackDown roster. I actually think Ryder is one of those people that has always been on the SmackDown roster. I think ever since, because he debuted on Raw, I know that. He had a Cruiserweight Championship match against Kofi Kingston. I think Ryder has always been on SmackDown since he got drafted there, though. And that was back in 2010 because he was in the Misfits. I think he's always been on SmackDown since. So this could be a really big career change for Zack Ryder if he loses here tonight. Obviously, he'd no longer be able to team with his buddy R-Truth. I mean, Truth seems truthfully, no pun intended, a little fine on his own lately. He seems to be doing very well for himself, but we'll see if Rick Rude can end up back on Friday nights. Of course, this may not even matter for these guys soon enough. As the season comes to an end, we will be saying goodbye to some people, saying hello to some new people. You never know. Like, Rick Rude could literally win this match tonight, end up on SmackDown. He could be out of here in a couple of weeks. You never know. So whether management and obviously Rude decide to resign. We're going to keep it kayfabe, by the way. Don't give me any of your smart mark comments. Actually, this guy is into 2K15. We don't need that. Suspend your disbelief. And suplex. Still can't believe Rey Mysterio is facing Big E Langston up next to the NXT Championship. It feels crazy to think, you know, the history that Rey Mysterio has had as of late has been so unfavorable, but he's beated. He's bested is what I went to say, but beated came out. He has bested JBL twice, and that is what got him this NXT Championship opportunity. Perhaps a little undeserving in some people's eyes, but you never know. He might be able to be exactly what he's known as, the ultimate underdog, and overcome JBL here tonight. I'm sorry, Big E Langston here tonight. He's already overcome JBL. Zack Ryder's fighting for his life right now. Need to remind you all, Zack Ryder's biggest career highlight in recent memory is defeating Mark Henry to win the European Championship. And okay, that was a very short-lived European Championship reign. Didn't really get to do a lot of what I feel like he had hoped to do, but I do feel like it's worth mentioning because that was a huge moment in history for Zack Ryder. Imagine getting to say that you held a victory over the guy that went on to become World Heavyweight Champion not long after that. For a title, too. But unfortunately for Ryder, him and Truth have struggled to win the World Tag Team titles from the Coalition, and he's had quite the downfall ever since. The reason Rick Rude ended up in an EYS and down here on NXT is because he never really got going, truth be told. That was his biggest setback, was he just never really got out the starting gate once he was on the SmackDown roster. He kind of kept suffering loss after loss, but he got that really shocking win over Justin Gabriel last week. I think Otunga played a part in that. And I'm starting to wonder how much more Gabriel is going to tolerate Otunga getting involved in his business. And here's the nothing. Cover attempt. Of course that didn't win the match. What even was that? No disrespect to Rick Rude. What was that? And now it's time for the worst referee photobomb of all time, the Rude Awakening. Rick Rude into the cover on Zack Ryder, and that's an EYS victory. Rick Rude becomes like the 7th or 8th person this season to successfully go to SmackDown, and the first guy to lose his space on a brand and go back to the brand a month later. Well, maybe he will get that Intercontinental title. At least a shot, right? Well, Zack Ryder, you are here on NXT now. Rick Rude, you are over on Friday nights once again. This guy is determined to win the Intercontinental Championship. And he just might at this point. He just might. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Congratulations, Rick Rude. We'll see if we can get another surprise victory here tonight. Rey Mysterio up next against Big E Langston for the NXT Championship. You know, interestingly enough, Big E Langston has said that as much as he loves being on top here on NXT, the Royal Rumble made him realize that perhaps it's time for him to step out of the NXT arena and onto the grand stage. And he said there is one man in possession of a championship that he has a lot of history with, And so in a way, he's going to give it his all, and he's not going to go down without a fight. But he does feel ready to step up. I would definitely say WrestleMania, the perfect stage for another a revisit of his history with Andre the Giant, if that is in fact, I'd imagine, what he's alluding to. Big E Langston, definitely one of those people that I don't think needs to go through an EYS match either.
From San Diego, California, weighing 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
But just like the primetime players, I feel like he's really the heart and soul of NXT. I think more than the primetime players. I think Big E Langston has been the epitome of what this brand is. Rey Mysterio, I think he's like the 5th or 6th guy to challenge Big E Langston for the NXT Championship, and this really, you know, I don't know that this is a wise choice by Rey. I feel like he still has a lot to prove before he gets an opportunity like this, but he has been grounded here tonight, and it was because of JBL, as a matter of fact, so I guess he does have something to thank JBL for. JBL said that he wanted a shot at the NXT Championship, and that he was willing to destroy Rey Mysterio to get it. And well, he lost to Rey Mysterio again, and now Rey is here tonight with an NXT title opportunity. And man, have you noticed Rey seemingly dressed for the occasion. And it's been a long time since Rey has held championship gold. You can expect this one to be very different to Big E Langston's historic matches here in NXT. He has faced mostly big, meaty men, very similar built superstars, a lot of people that tower over him. Even, you know, Jake Roberts had quite the size advantage over Big E, at least in height. But Rey Mysterio comes in with a brand new style of offense, one that Big E Langston is not used to. And we did see Fandango almost best Andre the Giant for the NXT Championship with this very same style. Well, I wouldn't say Rey Mysterio and Fandango are the same style, but in the sense of that he was a fast-moving, risk-taking type of superstar in that match against Andre the Giant at the very least. You know, Fandango was very surprisingly impressive. Whereas Rey Mysterio, he will lay it all on the line here tonight. You can believe that. And it seems like for Rey, the main thing to take away is, can he hit the 619? That seems to be what it boils down to. He hits that move, lights out, game over. Rey has picked up a victory. But he needs to get that move in. And that is the thing, is setting up the 619 seems to be something that Rey has really struggled with for a majority of this season. He does seem to be able to do it lately. I mean, he did it 2 weeks back to back. He did 619s on JBL. So you never know, maybe Rey's back on track. Of course, we can't forget about the mark of bad luck on the back of Rey Mysterio's mask. Something that has burdened him and weighed him down quite a bit this past season. I mean, no disrespect to Rey, but I think teaming with Sin Cara, unfortunately, kind of did more damage to his stock than good. But, well, he seems to be bouncing back at the moment. I mean, have we seen the last of Sin Cara? I don't know the last time we saw him in action here on NXT. Rey has actually recently gone on record saying if he's not able to beat Big E Langston here tonight, he has unfinished business with Ted DiBiase, who humiliated him and is now apparently in possession of the tag team titles. So Rey Mysterio has said that he will gladly step back to the tag division should he come up short here tonight. This was just a great opportunity he was granted, and he's going to make the most of it. I like Rey Mysterio is someone who's really embraced being on NXT, you know. A lot of people, when they come down here, like Rick Rude and JBL, for example, they want out immediately. You know, a lot of people see this as the demotion, and they don't see it as a way to work upon themselves and improve, and I think Rey's really embraced it. He's been down here, and obviously, you know, this guy's very decorated. He's held the Intercontinental title, he's held the US title, he's held the Cruiserweight title. He's competed in a great match with Undertaker for the World Heavyweight title one time. I remember that. And I feel like that's the thing. Is like Rey Mysterio, he's done great for himself in the past. And I feel like he's come here to NXT and, you know, he's managed to remain humble. He's gone, this is a great opportunity for me to maybe turn things around for myself, continue to improve. Imagine Rey being the top dog here on NXT. You might not have to imagine that after tonight, actually. That might very well be the case. Can he handle having that level of target on his back, though? I don't know. Oh, referee knocked down there. And if this was any other man, they'd have taken advantage of that. But Big E Langston and Rey Mysterio, they carry themselves with pride and dignity. Big boot attempt by Big E Langston. Rey Mysterio catches him and neck breaker. Okay.
Look past the ring at the thousands and thousands of WWE fans in attendance. Each and every one of them are having a great
spear into the corner there by Big E Langston. You can expect this one to go long here tonight. Absolutely. The NXT Championship on the line. You never know when Big E Langston's reign is going to come to an end. I think he's getting extremely close to matching Andre the Giant's NXT Championship reign. Sorry, I had this really wild thing that happened to me. I don't know if anyone else deals with this. I just get heartburn out of nowhere. Like, I haven't eaten or drunk anything in like hours. I'll just suddenly start getting it. And it'll mess with my speech. In case anyone's ever wondered why I sometimes sound like I'm struggling to talk. I believe this is day 119 of Big E Langston's NXT Championship reign. This is his 5th defense. He is 35 days away from matching Andre the Giant as the longest reigning NXT champion of all time. Obviously, there's only been 2 NXT champions. If only the tag titles followed that lineage. If only. I'll tell you, Rey might be smart saying he'll go for the tag titles after this because those titles love changing hands. Rey Mysterio has a great chance of becoming an NXT Tag Team Champion. Big elbow across the chin of Rey. And Big E Langston slamming the head of Rey repeatedly against the mat.
That's not good.
That's not good. Right.
Oh no, did you hear that impact?
Oh no! And Big E Langston delivering huge right hands across the head of Rey Mysterio. Oh. Oh my god. Big E showing his strength. You know what's crazy is we only have one more EYS in this whole season now. Rick Rude was the second to last one we just saw. There'll be one more on the week of WrestleMania. And then NXT is going to get a huge rebrand because when a new season starts, that means there's going to be plenty of newcomers. And obviously this is the starting point for everyone. Well, most people. Some people manage to jump past this place, but for the majority, this will be the starting point. Big spinning heel kick by Rey Mysterio takes down Big E Langston. Rey is really hanging in there, but I realized as this match is going on that this is becoming more and more Big E Langston. And well, Rey's definitely used to falling from heights. It's going to take a little more than that to put Rey Mysterio away. Oh, you know what he was going for there, and Big E saw it. Shoulder tackle takes down Rey, but he kicks out at 1. Referee throws up 2, which is wrong. And here we go. Big E Langston. Big ending. Straight into the cover, wasting no time as he goes for that, and it's over. Well, with all due respect, Rey, you were up against the biggest and the best that NXT has to offer, and I really feel like this guy has genuinely outgrown NXT, and of course, mutual respect here tonight. You can expect nothing less from these two. Rey Mysterio showing respect to the future of this business. Big E Langston, another huge win for Langston. And I gotta tell you, I think this guy's definitely destined to be the longest reigning NXT champion at this point. Congratulations, Big E, on another huge win. Thank you for watching NXT, and I'll see you this Friday on the final SmackDown before Elimination Chamber.